Good morning, Strava.
Good morning, dude. Hey, Garmin told me about your ride.
Oh, good.
I'm just getting that uploaded for you.
Thank you.
Whoa. Man, have you seen these numbers?
Yes?
You need to think of some excuses to put in the title, urgently.
Why?
Dude. I mean, 15 miles per hour. People are going to see this.
What should I write?
Man, write anything. Just try and make it convincing.
Jesus.
Okay, the bit about the meteorite sounds good, but I'm not sure everyone will buy it. Let's give it a go anyways.
Thank you.
Thank you for using Strava. Remember, if it ain't on Strava, it didn't happen. Now, shall we talk about upgrading again, so that you can feel just a little less inadequate?
Hello again, YouTube. Well, after much deliberation, I finally got round to doing something I've been meaning to do for ages, and something a lot of people watching this video will find unthinkable. I deleted Strava. Now, when I say that I deleted Strava, I did the job properly. I got rid of the account, and it's something I've been thinking about for a while now. This is going to sound odd for somebody with a YouTube channel, but I've been actively trying to reduce my social media footprint because, I don't look at this channel as ever being a huge thing, or anything like that. This is a bit of fun for me. I enjoy making the videos. I enjoy putting content out there. And of course, I enjoy sort of receiving positive comments and even sort of constructive comments as well. I enjoy all that stuff. But, I'm not in this to be, what's the term, an influencer or anything like that. I'm in this for what I am. And so a couple of months ago, I completely deleted Facebook after God knows how many years on that. And it was one of these things where I thought, you can't delete Facebook because you'll really miss it. But you know what? I missed it initially, but now I don't even remember I had it. I was talking to somebody the other day, and the analogy I gave them was, it's a little bit like when you sell a car that you've had a real soft spot for, and you have that initial sort of few days afterwards where you think, why did I do that? Give it a week and you don't even know it's gone. And that's exactly how it was with Facebook. And what I've noticed with Strava is, as I sort of alluded to in that light-hearted little intro there, I actually found that I was becoming a bit of a slave to it. It stopped being something that was useful to me and started becoming something that I needed to do. So let me break that down a little bit. Obviously, there's the whole, publishing your speed and average speed and what have you and segments and stuff like that. And, I don't care if people think I'm slow because I am. And, that's a fact. I'm not bothered by that at all. But you know what? As somebody that was, if we went back just a few years, somebody who was a lot faster, I find myself beating myself up about it. And that thing I did about the title, I really did find myself doing that. I really did find myself thinking, the brakes were binding today, or that headwind, or whatever. And, that's not really a constructive way to train, is it? There's also the whole kudos thing. I mean, you think about what that means, okay? I remember when I first started using Strava, it was kind of rare for anyone to give anyone kudos because people really took that at face value. You'd give kudos on an exceptionally good ride, an exceptionally fast ride. Let's say a ride where somebody had busted a load of KOMs or PBs or something like that. You'd give them kudos. But I actually found that I was almost having to reserve time in my diary to give kudos to everyone I was following every morning. And you'd go into your own rides and you'd see sort of 14, 15 kudos on there. And what does it mean? Okay, it just means that somebody acknowledges that you went out and did a thing. Run, bike, swim, whatever. And beyond that, it's, to me, kind of losing a little bit of value. Now, I think the real acid test for this is if I went back, I think it was a couple of weeks, I did one of these where you start your Garmin and then you've started it in error and you stop it immediately and think, oh no, wrong sort of activity or whatever. I'm going to just record the right one, so you go and do that. And I completely forgot about it, and the watch just automatically uploaded it to Strava for me through Garmin. And that was a sort of 30-second activity with 0 miles, 0 anything really. And I got kudos on it. So what does that tell you? So, do that as a little test on your own account. Just upload a nonsense or just upload a nothing activity and see if anyone gives you kudos on it. Because quite a few people probably go through that list each morning and do what I was doing, better give kudos, click, 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 not really thinking what they're doing. So, where's the value in that? There's also the whole premium thing with Strava. And I totally get it. I totally get that Strava need to put food on the table. They are a business at the end of the day. So I completely endorse what they're doing with removing some of their premium features and making them subscription only. The only thing is that for me as a Garmin user, I get kind of everything that I've lost through Garmin Connect. And what I've found over the last couple of weeks is that I've gradually been transitioning away from Strava as the place that I go to for data and more using Garmin Connect. And the difference between the two is that I think Strava it's just a bit of fun. It's a social network. Okay, there are probably some analytical things in the background that it does very well. But Garmin Connect is just fact. It's just numbers. It's what you did and how it impacted you. And I really like that. Now, I think for me and where I am with my trying to get my training back on track, I think the move from Strava back to Garmin Connect is probably a healthy thing because it will get me focusing more on the numbers and what I need to do with those numbers and less on the how's this going to look to other people? So, okay, you might not be a Garmin Connect user, but I bet if you are a Polar or Sunto or whatever, there is a comparable service from your device manufacturer that will capture that data for you. And equally, I'm not running Strava down here. I think Strava is a fantastic motivational tool for the right person at the right time. If I cast my mind back to when I was first getting into cycling and triathlon and running and all that stuff, it was quite a motivating tool because it was new to me. Because, like I say, back in those days, when you got kudos, it kind of meant something. And also, I don't know, there was a sort of freshness about it. And also, in the run-up to Ironman, you want to brag about that stuff. And Strava is a great place to do all of those things. But like I say, for me, right now, it's just not the right tool. And you could say, well, okay, just leave it. Just stop using it. And I was going to do that. But there was an incident just recently which kind of swayed me. So for some time now, all of my activities have uploaded as private activities, and I would only make them visible to my followers. The ones that I was happy with my followers seeing, of course. Until last week, I did a walk or something in the morning. Took Rosie out for a walk. We did sort of 5 miles or whatever. And I went in later in the day and this was an activity that I'd only made available to my followers. So by Strava's own privacy standards, this should only be available for viewing, kudos, comments or whatever from people who I follow. And I'd been given kudos by an account with a particularly dodgy sounding name. And talking to one of my friends, almost exactly the same had happened to them from this same dodgy account. So that to me got me really thinking about, well, do you just leave this account stagnant and it's just another part of your, online footprint out there that's open to hacking or whatever, or do you get rid of it? And equally for me, I want to focus on my training, not telling people about my training. And I think the thing is, the longer that you leave Strava there, the more you're likely to go back to it. If you're trying to give up the booze, you don't bring a bottle of scotch into the house and tuck it away just in case you need it. So I made the call to delete it completely. Like with Facebook, if you want to delete your account, Strava does give you the option to download your data, which is really cool. And then, when you're ready, you simply click the delete account button. Now, you will be asked to confirm your account deletion probably about 4 times, and that's no bad thing. And you'll even have to confirm it via email, so they want to be absolutely sure that you are going to delete your account, but then it's done, it's gone. And for me, it does feel a little weird that I'll do a ride or a run in the morning and I'm not diving into Strava to see who's given me kudos and stuff like that. But what I am finding is I'm going into the right place. I'm going into Garmin Connect and letting Garmin Connect tell me about that activity. And the thing is about Garmin Connect, if you compared these two as entities, Garmin Connect just feels a little bit more factual to me than Strava. So there we go. That's me done with Strava, and I know this is going to be a controversial opinion, and I think a lot of the things that I do are open to interpretation and controversy. You only have to ask a Ruby fanboy about that. But at the end of the day, it's my decision, and I'm only sharing this really just from the point of view of interest, not to encourage anyone else to delete Strava, because like I say, I think Strava's a great thing. I think that Strava, for the right person at the right time, is a really nice little tool. It's not right for me right now. And I think, for somebody like me who wants to focus on the numbers, who wants to focus on training, I just think it's a bit of a distraction that you don't need. So anyway, thanks for watching this one, and kudos if you made it all this way through without tuning out. As I alluded to in an earlier video, I am going to be doing a bit of a serialization of my ongoing training throughout this year, as I plan to get myself back onto some sort of even keel from a training perspective, and shed some timber and build up to doing some meaningful racing again in 2022. So thanks for watching this one, and catch you in the next.